Question number first. Find the area of each of the following parallelograms. So these are parallelograms and we have to find their areas. A part. So we have a parallelogram where height is 4 cm and your base is 7 cm. So what is the height? Height is a perpendicular drawn from one vertex to the opposite side. And what is base? Base is any of the side of your parallelogram. In this case, this is the base, which is of 7 cm. And you have learnt in this chapter that area of parallelogram is simply base into height. Because if you cut this portion and paste it here, you will get a rectangle. And you know very well that area of rectangle is length into breadth. Therefore, this height becomes breadth of this parallelogram when it is changed to rectangle. This is what we have understood from this chapter. So moving on, area of parallelogram is base into height. Base is 7 cm and height is 4 cm. Simply multiply it. 7 4 is 28. Centimeter into centimeter gives centimeter square. Therefore, area of your A part is 28 centimeter square. B. Again, we have a parallelogram. In this case, height is 3 cm and base is 5 cm. Therefore, area of parallelogram is base into height. We have written it in short form. Again, area of parallelogram equals base is 5 cm and height is 3 cm. 5 3s are 15, centimeter into centimeter is centimeter square. See, here in this parallelogram, height is 3.5 cm and base is 2.5 cm. Same has been written, area of parallelogram. This is also the way to write parallelogram in shortest form. This symbol denotes parallel. Therefore, parallelogram GM equals B into H. Area of parallelogram equals base is your 2.5 cm and height is 3.5 cm. When you multiply it, it gives you 8.75 cm square. Now how you multiply it, you know it very well from the previous standard. First, just ignore these decimals, simply multiply 25 into 35 and then count the decimals 1, 2. We have 2 digits. Therefore, placing decimal after 2 digits 1, 2. 8.75 centimeter square. D. Here we have base equals 5 cm and height is 4.8 cm. So base will be any of your side and height is on that side perpendicular drawn from the opposite vertex. Therefore, base we have 5 cm, height is 4.8 cm. Area of parallelogram is base into height or height into base. This doesn't matter because in multiplication we can replace the positions. Area of parallelogram is base is your 5 cm and height is 4.8 cm. Again, we have omitted centimeter due to space issues, but you could do it. In this case, we are just going to write it in the answer part. Area of parallelogram equals 24 cm square. That's the last one. Here, base is 2 cm because perpendicular is always on base. Therefore, you take it as base. Height is 4.4 cm. The same has been written. Area of parallelogram equals base into height. Again, now fixing the values. Base is 2 cm and height is 4.4 cm. Multiply it. 44 2s are 88. 1 decimal, therefore 1 decimal position. Centimeter into centimeter, centimeter square. So that is your question number first. Question second. Find the area of each of the following triangles. This time we have triangles and we have to find their areas. In this chapter you have learnt that area of triangle equals half into base into height. Why half? Because from parallelogram we know that area of parallelogram is base into height, and when we half it we get the area of triangle. This is because triangle is obtained from parallelogram that you have already learnt in this chapter. Now we are just going to apply the formula. A part. Here height is this one. How you consider height? Because it is drawn from one vertex to the opposite side and it is 90 degrees, and wherever it is drawn on, it is base. So base is 4 cm and height is 3 cm, and we know the formula half into base into height. So half into base into height. They are reducible. 1 2 is a 2, 2 2 is a 4. So 3 to the 6 centimeter into centimeter is centimeter square. So area will always be in square. Don't forget to write the units. Second, let's first find base and height. Again, base is where the perpendicular is drawn, that side. So 5 centimeter is your base written, and height is the line segment drawn from one vertex to the opposite side. In this case, it is clearly 3.2 centimeter written. Now half into base into height, area of this triangle, half into base is 5 centimeter into 3.2 centimeter as your height. Reducible, 1 2 is a 2, 1.6 into 2 is a 3.2 centimeter. So 16 5 is a 80 and 1 decimal, so put it here. That's B. Now see, here it is a right angle triangle. Therefore right angle triangle is already having its height as one of the side. Therefore base into height, and we are going to half it. The same is written here. Base is 3 centimeter, height is 4 centimeter. So half into base into height is 4 centimeter. Half, base is 3, height is 4. 1 2 is a 2, 2 2 is a 4, 3 2 is a 6 centimeters square. That's area for C part. Last part, here we have a triangle. This is your triangle, and this is your height. In case of obtuse angle, that is where angle is larger than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees, you have to consider height outside, as we have done in this case. So base is 3 centimeter and height is 2 centimeter, that is given to you. Now just placing in the formula, half into base into height, half into 3 into 2, 2 to cancel, 3 centimeter into centimeter is centimeter square. So that is area for D, and that's your second. Question third, find the missing values. So we are given the missing values, we have to find it with the help of parallelogram. In this question, we will use the formula of area of parallelogram and put the values which are given to us, and with the help of algebraic expression, we will deduce the unknown quantity. Simple. Let's see the A part. Now area of parallelogram is given in all the 4 cases. So we will write first of all formula for every case. Area of parallelogram equals B into H. Now we will place those values which are given to us. Area of parallelogram 246 centimeter square. We will simply write it first of all. Equal as it is. Here given with the base 20 centimeter. We write base as 20 centimeter into H. We don't know H. We have to find it. That is height we have to find. Now cutting opportunity. Centimeter with 1 centimeter is cancelled. Only 1 centimeter remains. And for the number part, 10 2s are 20, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. Again further reducible with the 10 directly. And you know, when we have 1 0, we just put decimal here. So 1 10s are 10, 12.3 into 10s are 123. That is just place 1 decimal here because we have 1 0. You have learnt in your decimal chapter in class 6th. Therefore height equals 12.3 centimeter, and you write it here. That's your A. Similarly, we will do rest of them. Now in this case, base is not given to us, although we will write the same formula. That is area of parallelogram equals base into height. So 154.5 centimeter square as your area, equal as it is. Base we don't know, therefore we write B. Then into, what is your height? Height is 15 centimeter. Now 1 centimeter with 1 centimeter. Now we will try to reduce it. So 3 5s are 15. We are reducing it with 5 because in our unit place we have 5 and we know divisibility rule. Now 5, 3s are 15. We have 4, but it is less than 5. Therefore we take 0 and then we have decimal, put decimal. Now we have 45. So 5 9s are 45. Now it is further reducible with 3. And you know divisibility rule of 3, just add the digits. 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 is divisible by 3, therefore this number will be divisible by 3. So 1 3 is a 3, 3 1s are 3, 0 as it is, dot with dot, that is decimal, 3 3 is a 9. Henceforth, we get base equals 10.3 centimeter and we write it here. Moving on to C. Here we are not given with the base, rest we will follow the same. We'll write the formula, plug the values which are given to us. This is 48.72 centimeters square, written equals base is unknown, and 8.4 centimeter is your height. 1 centimeter with 1 centimeter. Now with 2 we can divide it. So 2 4s are 8, decimal, 2 2s are 4. 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, decimal, 2 3s are 6, 1 carry, that is 12. 2 6 are 12. Further reducible because unit place is having factor of 2. So 2 2s are 4, decimal, 2 1s are 2. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, decimal, 2 1s are 2, 1 carry, that is 16, 2 8s are 16. We can divide it with the help of 3 because 2 plus 1 is 3, 8 plus 1 is 9, 10, 11 and 12. Therefore reducible with 3. 3 7s are 21. So 0.7. Now here 3 4s are 12, decimal, 18 cannot be directly taken, therefore we take 0, and 3 6 are 18. So you will get this thing with practice. Initially if you don't get it, you can do it in your rough space, but try to do in this way so that you may solve it faster. Now we will try to divide it with 0.7 because we have to get exact value. So 0.7 into 1 will give you 0.7, and 7 5s are 35, so 5 decimal, we have 5 remainder, that is 5 6 7 8s are 56. So 5.8, and you will write it here. So if you don't get it, you just divide it in a rough space, and with practice you can also do like this. Now last part, here we are not given with the height, rest we will write the same. We are not going to define it here because you know it very well now. Just write it and cancel it, centimeter centimeter cancelled. So division with 2 possible, 2 7s are 14, 1 carry, decimal as it is, 116. So 1 6 16, 2 8s are 16, 2 8s are 16, decimal, 2 1s are 2, 1 8, that is 18, 2 9s are 18. Now we will see whether we can divide it with 3. Well, 8 plus 7 is 15. Yes, it is divisible by 3. Now here 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 and 18 divisible by 3. Now let's divide it with 3. 3 2s are 6, 1 remainder, decimal as it is now 18, 3 6 are 18. Now here 3 2s are 6, 2 remainder, now it becomes 21, decimal as it is, 3 7s are 21, 3 3s are 9. Now we will try to divide it directly with 2.6. So 2.6 into 1s are 2.6, and when you multiply it with 1.05, this you can do in rough space because it is little bit complicated. Then you get 1.05 as your height. So you write here the same, and that is your D. That's your third. Question 4. Find the missing values. It is just similar to the previous one, but in this case we will use triangle in order to find the missing values. This is very similar to the previous one. The only difference is we have to find the blanks for area of triangle as we did. So first of all, as we did in earlier, we will write the formula. Half into base into height equals area of what? Triangle. Now just place the values which are given to you. Half into base is given 15 centimeter, into height you have to find height equals area is given 87 centimeters square. So 1 centimeter get cancelled with this 1 centimeter. We can cancel it because it is equal sign, and if we try to do it in a long way, that is we will take it here division, then it can be cancelled. So we try to eliminate that step and cancel in the equation itself. Now height remains on this side, 87 divided by 15 goes there, and 2 is getting multiplied with 87. 2 is getting divided here, it will get multiplied when we take it to right hand side. So 87 2s are 174, or you can multiply it directly here. 7 2s are 14, 1 is carry, 8 2s are 16, plus 1 is 17, divided by 15, because 15 is getting multiplied here, it will get divided. So let's try to divide it with 15 straight away. 1 15s are 15, 15 1s are 15, 2 is remainder, now it becomes 24. Again 15 1s are 15, 24 minus 15 is 9. Then we will put decimal because we are not left with any digit, and decimal adds 0 to it. So you have 90. So 15 6 are 90. That is 11.6 centimeter is your height, and you write it here. That's your first. In this case, base is not given to you. Write the formula. Half into base into height equals area of triangle. You can write it here as area of triangle. Then half into base is not given, into height is 31.4 mm, that is millimeter, and area is 1256 millimeters square. 1 millimeter cancels, only left with 1 millimeter here, keeping this base on left hand side and moving all other digits towards right hand side. 1256 was already there. Here 2 was getting divided. Now it get multiplied when shifted into. Now how this 10 came? Well, if you observe here, if we try to make it in fraction form, it will be 314 over 10. It is divided by 10 here, it will get multiplied here. Therefore 10 came here, and 314 is getting divided if we are shifting it. That's why this thing came here. Now we will try to convert them into simplest forms. Now 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2, 1 1, 2 5s are 10, 1 4, 2 7s are 14. Now we have 157 here. We'll try to cut it with this digit. If you do it in your rough, you will get to know that it is exactly getting divided with 8. 157 into 1s are 157, and 8 into 157 gives you 1256. 8 into 10 is 80 mm from here. So write 80 mm. Last one, half into base into height equals area. Half into base is 22 centimeter. Height we don't know, equals 170.5 centimeters square. 1 centimeter get cancelled out here. 1 2s are 2, 11 2s are 22. Height is kept on left hand side, rest is moved towards right hand side. 170.5 was already there. 11 was getting multiplied here, or the other way is that it is in numerator here. When you take it towards right hand side, and since it was getting multiplied here in the numerator, it will get divided in the denominator. This is other way to remember it. So 1 11s are 11, 11 1s are 11, 6 is remainder, and we have 60, 11 5s are 55, 5 is remainder, but we have decimal here, we put decimal, now we have 55, 11 5s are 55. So first try to do it in rough. With practice you will get to know it, how to do it here only. Now height is 15.5 centimeter, and you write it here. That is your last part, and that is your question number 4th. Question 5. PQRS is a parallelogram. As you can see here, we have PQRS as a parallelogram. QM is the height from Q to SR. So here we have height, and QN is the height from Q to PS. So it is another height which is on PS. That is your base. Now if SR equals 12 centimeter, this is your 12 centimeter, and QM measures 7.6 centimeter, find the area of parallelogram PQRS, and second, QN if PS equals 8 centimeter. The given information has to be written first of all. SR is 12 centimeter. This is your base SR, 12 centimeter. Then we have QM. QM is one of the height or the perpendicular, that is 7.6 centimeter, and PS is another base, it is 8 centimeter. Now what we have to find? First one is the area of parallelogram PQRS. Let's focus on PQRS. PQRS, that is this whole parallelogram. So we can find it in two ways. If you take this as base, and we have to take this as height, but here we are not given this value. The other way is this one. If we take this as base, because we have this base length given to us, we are also given with this height, therefore we will consider this one. Therefore area of parallelogram is base into height. Base is this one, that is SR, it is 12 centimeter, we write it as 12 centimeter, multiply with height is QM, which is 7.6 centimeter. So we preferred not to write units here, we will straight away write it in the answer part. Now you multiply it, it is 91.2 centimeters square. Now we are not going to teach you how to multiply. By now you must be very familiar to perform multiplication. Centimeters square, because it is an area. That's first. Now QN, we have to find this one. Well, how we can know it? Well, we know the area, we know this one, and we have to find only third quantity, that is with the help of algebraic expression. The area of parallelogram equal base into height. We will write whatever we are having with us. So area of parallelogram, we already found it as 91.2 centimeters square. We will write it equals, base is given, this PS is given to you as 8 centimeter. Writing 8 centimeter, and QN we have to find, that is this altitude or height, both the same. 1 centimeter, centimeter get cancelled out. Let's try to divide it with 8. 1 8s are 8. Now 8 1s are 8. 1 is remainder, that becomes 11. 8 1s are 8 again, and 3 is remainder now, and decimal comes. Now we have 32. So 8 4s are 32. Henceforth 11.4 centimeter equals QN. It is the same thing we have already discussed in the previous class. We can swap the positions. So Qn equals 11.4 centimeter. Therefore, this is the height or the altitude of this parallelogram if we consider this as base. So that is your P, and that makes your question number 5. Question 6. DL and BM are the heights on sides AB and AD respectively of a parallelogram ABCD. So you can see these are heights. If the area of the parallelogram is 1470 centimeters square, AB equals 35 centimeter and AD equals 49 centimeter. Find the length of BM and DL. Again, we have very similar question. In this case, we have to find both the measures of these altitudes. So the given parts are area of parallelogram, that is the area of this parallelogram is 1470 centimeters square, and we are given with the basis dimensions. So AB equals this one 35 centimeter, we have AD equals 49 centimeter, they are bases, so we have written. So this is the only piece of information which is given to us. Now solution part, we have to find first the height DL, because we are asked to find DL and BM. First of all, we are finding DL. For this DL, we have to consider base as this one, because this is drawn on this base, therefore we have to consider this one. So this is where students make mistake, so try to avoid it. So area of parallelogram equals base into height. Now we will just put the values. Area of parallelogram is given to us as 1470 centimeters square equal base. We are taking again your base, we are taking this one because to find this altitude. We will not take this one. We will take this one when we will talk about this altitude. So base AB is how much? 35 centimeters. We are writing the same into DL we have to find. Now 1 centimeter with 1 centimeter. Here we had square, therefore we cancel it. We are only left with 1 centimeter. Now 5, we are checking unit digit divisibility rule. So 5 7s are 35, 5 2s are 10, 4 remainder 47, 5 9s are 45. Again 2 remainder 2 0, 5 4s are 20. Again reducible with 7, 1 7s is 7, and 7 4s are 28, 1 remainder 14, 7 2s are 14. So DL, this altitude or height, is of measure 42 centimeter. Done first part. The question asked for other altitude, that is BM. Now we will have to consider this one as a base. However, the area remains the same. So area of parallelogram equals base into height. Area is same, equals this time base is DA, and DA or AD measures 49 centimeter. Writing the same into BM is this altitude, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 7 7s are 49, 7 2s are 14, 7 1s are 7, 0 as it is. Again 1 7s are 7, 7 3s are 21, 0 as it is. Therefore this height or altitude, that is BM, measures 30 centimeter. That's the second part, and that completes question number 6. Question 7. Triangle ABC is a right angled at A. If you can see here, it is right angled at A, that is 90 degrees. AD is perpendicular to BC. AD is perpendicular to line segment BC. If AB equals 5 centimeter and BC equals 13 centimeter, that is a base, and AC equals 12 centimeter, that is one of the side of this right angle triangle. Find the area of triangle ABC. Also find the length of AD. Here we will try to find a missing part, but in this case we are not dealing with parallelogram, we are dealing with triangle. Therefore the formula will be used as area of triangle equal half into base into height. This half only differentiates between area of triangle and parallelogram. So parallelogram is bigger one, therefore you don't use half, whereas triangle is smaller than parallelogram, therefore we write extra half. So this is a memory trick to learn the formula, whereas as we always say, don't cram the formulas, always try to understand the concept behind it. And we have discussed the concept in our question number first, and that is also you have learned in this chapter. So given part is AB equal 5 centimeter. This we are concluding from the statement as well as from the figure. Now AC equals 12 centimeter and BC equals 30 centimeter. So the question asks us to find the area of this triangle ABC. at the first part. So let's focus on that. Area of triangle will be half into base into height. Now what is base? So the base is this total length. The base is not BD or DC. It is the total length, that is BC. So what is the base? Base is this one, 13 centimeter, and we have height, but remember, we cannot move any further in order to find this triangle. We are not given with this height. In fact, AD is also asked in a second part of question. So this approach is cancelled. We cannot find the area with this approach. We have to consider another approach. So let's change your perspective of watching this question. This is 90 degree. That means it is a right angle triangle. And you know very well, right angle triangle has its height as one of the sides. This is your height, take it base. Or you can do it in other way as well. This is your height, take it as base, whichever way you want to see it. So half into base into height, half into 5 into 12. 1 2 is a 2, 6 2 is a 12, 6 5 is a 30, centimeter into centimeter, centimeter square. So we have successfully found the area of this whole triangle as 30 centimeters square. Now since we've reduced the area, we can find this altitude. Now we will shift our perspective from this view to this view as we were discussing in our first attempt. Now we will equate it and we will find as we did in previous questions. Areas of triangle equal half into base into height. Area, under area heading we will write the value, that is 30 centimeters square, which we have deduced equals half as it is into, now base is 13 centimeter because we have changed our perspective or view of watching this triangle, and height this time will be 80 because it is projected or it is constructed on this base BC. Now it's just a matter to solve. 1 centimeter with 1 centimeter, this gets multiplied when we take it towards left hand side. So 32 is 60, we are writing straight away. This was getting multiplied here, it gets divided, therefore divided by 13. So this height will be 60 over 13. If you wish to solve it, you may solve it, but you can leave it here as well. So the height of AD equals 60 over 13 centimeter. That is your second part, and that is question number 7. Question 8. Triangle ABC is isosceles with AB equals AC equals 7.5 centimeter. So this is an isosceles having two sides as same. And BC equals 9 centimeter, that is their base. The height AD from A to BC is 6 centimeter, that is your 6 centimeter. Find the area of triangle ABC. What will be the height from C to AB, that is CE, that is another altitude. Here, first of all, the given parts. AD is 6 centimeter. That's AD. It is one of the altitudes if we are considering base as BC. And BC is also given to you as 9 centimeter. So you are getting clear idea. You are given with this height and base. Therefore, we will take this perspective only. We are not going to take this perspective. In fact, we are also asked to find distance of EC. So it is very similar to the previous one. The difference is only that this is a little bit complicated or complex figure as compared to previous one. But the concept remains the same and our approach of solving it also remains the same. The solution part, first of all, area of triangle. We have already got the clue that we will use this perspective, not this perspective. So this perspective says consider this as height and this as base. So half into base into height, half into base is 9 centimeter, that is measure of BC, into height is measure of AD. Both are given to you. 1 2 is a 2, 3 2 is a 6, 9 3 is a 27. That's area of triangle. Now we are in position to find this because we will change our perspective. This time this will be your altitude or height. Base will be measure of AB, that is 1.5 centimeter. Now area of triangle equal half into base into height. Just putting the values. Area of triangle we have deduced in previous part, 27 centimeters square. Half as it is into base is your 7.5 centimeter this time, into height is EC. You can also write it as EC, but we are taking height and at last we are going to write it as EC or CE, both are same. Now the tricky part is the calculation. So we are going to solve it in steps as well. In first step, we can cancel 1 centimeter with 1 centimeter so that we will get height in centimeter only. Now we will elaborate it. Let's write this variable part on right hand side, their height as it is. Now rest we will shift to left hand side. While shifting, they will be changed according to their signs. So 2 was getting divided here, 2 gets multiplied here, 27 is already there, and cm is written here. Now 7.5 is getting multiplied here, and when it moves towards left hand side, it will get divided. So 7.5, but we are also changing it into fraction. 7.5 will be 75 over 10, and that over goes towards numerator, therefore 10 over 75. Other way of understanding it is here itself. If we write it as 75 over 10, over 10 is in division, it will get multiplied when we shift it towards left hand side, therefore getting on numerator multiplied. And now here we have only 75, while shifting it, it will get divided. So you got the idea how we have written this. Now cancelling opportunity with 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are 5, 2 5, 5 5s are 25, again 15 5s are 75, simple. Now we are moving here, we are swapping it. Weighted sign can be swapped. So height equals, this whole part is written again, 2 2s are 4, 27 into 4, writing it after multiplying. cm as it is, that is centimeter. In denominator we are left with 15 only. Now let's multiply it first of all. 7 4s are 28, 2 carry, 4 2s are 8, plus 2 is 9 10, that is 10. Now let's divide it with 15 straight away. 1 15s are 15. Now 15 7s are 105. 3 is remainder, but we are only left with 3, so we will put decimal, and now we can write 0 with 3, that becomes 30. So 15 2s are 30, and you get the height as 7.2 centimeter. Since height is CE, therefore we are writing it as CE equals 7.2 centimeter. And the question was also asking us to find CE in the second part. So these questions are very easy. The only thing is that you must get the concept, don't cram the formulas, and do as much as practice you can. And try to solve in the statement itself rather than going to rough space. Move to rough space to only those calculations which you find very cumbersome. So in this way you do your questions, and that is the last question, question number 8.